In this week's vlog, we view an abandoned cottage and end up on a rescue mission. It was a beautiful drive up to the property.
Amazing scenery, wasn't it?
Stunning, like the nicest scenery. Like it really was. Like you drove up and the views. It must have been quite high up. So it was a derelict 3-room rural cottage with 2.5 acres, and it did say that it's had its own water supply as well.
I remember going in.
It is nice, isn't it? It is beautiful.
And then, yes, it needed a new ceiling.
It had a new roof. The roof was new. It just hadn't been.
Just needed the ceiling panel.
Yes, yeah.
Yes, it was very light as well.
Well, I was looking at it now. Actually, I don't think I appreciated that.
The sheep had obviously been in, because the first thing I noticed was all the sheep droppings on the floor.
There it is.
Yeah.
Sheep have been in. Occupied by sheep.
Oh, I'm going to have on the door garden. Starting already.
Oh, you got your shower there, Mum.
Yeah.
Look, it's already in. Plumbing.
Alright.
Don't look like that's a million years old, that.
Inside the shower. They're quite modern shower.
I think it's better than ours at home now, yeah.
Probably.
And so, yeah, you're right, it's electric's been in. That a cooker had been put in. So it's literally these 3 rooms. It's literally these 3 rooms. Oh, look, there's a butterfly in the house. Oh, there was our little...
That was our butterfly.
butterfly.
I think it's a monarch butterfly or a red admiral.
Yeah, one of them.
But there's meant to be something significant about butterflies. And you might think I'm talking a lot of rubbish, but there's meant to be a spiritual connection, and it gives you hope, and the fact that change is coming. If anybody knows anything more about these little sayings about butterflies, please comment.
Yeah, do let us know what butterflies have signified.
It was trapped in cobwebs, wasn't
It was, so like, we tried the door was open so it got in. It was trapped in the cobwebs, so I moved all the cobwebs like around it so that it wasn't trapped anymore. We tried to nudge it out towards the window, but it wasn't really for going. We should have cut it in our hands. We're really about damaging its wing or something.
You don't like spiders?
No, I'm
a bit
really
squeamish when it comes to
fluttery things. Yeah.
I'll be rescuing from the spiders.
Yeah, definitely. And then we'll shut that window in a sec. We'll see if it gets out and just have a look at that little. I like this little stable door.
Yeah.
Half door.
You'll be able to see when we go around the back of the cottage where all the rushes are.
You can see
along
them.
the front. You can see them.
You couldn't see in this with your natural eye, could you? But it's that phone. I had to put the phone in myself to be able to see sort of into this back room. I don't know what that was. But the space wasn't bad. That bit I could get in. There was a light. I'll tell you what that is. Look, I pulled it. A little old toilet.
You did, yeah.
So there was electric in there at some point. You couldn't access the other one all, but again, I think I put, it had a lock on it. I poked it through that window, and you could see, and again, there was I don't think that one did have electric, but it was like an old...
Yeah, it was like an old cow shed.
Yes, yeah, it does a little bit. But yeah, it was interesting. Then I noticed that's a drainage ditch that's been dug, and it had been dug all around the edge of the property.
You'd need it, I think.
I think they've been flooding. I think they
Definitely.
put drainage in for a reason, haven't they? Because
Yeah.
and looking, it was just the ground
You
must
can
be
see.
wet. It's just
Our
rushes.
Cyril would not like to eat them rushes.
No, no, it wouldn't. He's a good doer, but I don't think he could.
Oh.
You can see it must get really damp towards
Yes,
every year because
yes.
it slopes in.
Yeah. So it was an interesting house. I enjoyed looking at it.
Yeah, it was beautiful. The views. It was near the famine graveyard as well. It was difficult to sort of work out what land it was because it was 2.5 acres. But we walked down the way up to that caravan. Didn't we walk back? Actually, everywhere, even in front, behind. I could have looked at the folio number, but I didn't actually.
We weren't sure whether the caravan was part of it or not.
I know that might have been helpful.
I think somebody's on it. Yeah, stayed in there.
Yeah, maybe while they were doing the work. Are we asking? Would you buy it, guys? What do you think?
Come on, baby lamb.
And yeah, stay until the end to see whether we put in an offer.
Hi everybody, my name's Carol.
And my name's Sal.
We're from Stable Balance Studio.
It was just equestrian content to begin with, but since we decided to move to Rural Ireland, this is what the channel has now become.
And my now mine's talking 4 generations that have been going over.
I remember going over when I was 13. How old would you have been?
I would have been about
Younger than me now.
Yes, in my 30s, mid-30s.
Yeah. With and we met all that half of the family. So we've got the ties to Ireland, and we want more space.
Yeah.
More rural life.
Yeah.
Chickens. We've had chickens, but in the back garden. The neighbours, they were very good about it.
They were very good about it, yeah. The squawking in the morning at 6 o'clock in the morning, it got really loud. You could hear it a couple of streets away.
But so we just don't we want chickens to make disturbing the neighbours. We'd like a goat.
Yes.
As well,
yes.
wouldn't we? We'd
Yes.
like a goat.
And I'd like some baby lambs as well.
Some baby. Well, that leads us into the video, doesn't it? Our viewing, our second Irish house viewing, very different to the first one.
It was very different, yes. It was derelict, not as much furniture in it.
Yes.
Yeah.
Do you think that made it easier to see the potential?
It definitely did, yeah.
At least you could sort of see what was in there. You could very easily tell what work needed doing. Yeah, it was an interesting one. It was lovely. I did really like it. Too much work.
Too much work.
Too much work.
The reason why I like lambs, by the way, is because when I was a baby, me and my brother and sister all had pet names. Mine was Baby Lamb. And I remembered it when I saw the little lamb. And right at the end, what did you say to me?
I said, come on now, baby lamb. Oh, I nearly had a going, didn't I? It was all...
Seeing the butterfly as well, the spiritual connection made me think about my mum.
Yeah, of course, yeah. And it just feels like, I don't know, like, the movie's blessed. It does, you know, we took a lot of good away from that.
We did.
I think my nan would have loved it. She was staying in that. It reminded me of the cottage a little bit in Donegal.
All right, okay.
Not 100%, but that was, you know, when we stayed there all together.
Same size.
Yeah, and like it felt that remote almost, didn't it? So which is lovely. We love staying there. Whether I'd want to live there full time, it was a steep drive down to like, it wasn't a million miles away from it, but it would have been difficult to get there and back. The drive wasn't, it had been done really well. It was stone, but it wasn't tarmac or anything. You'd have had to maintain that. And you're talking about at least 1.5 miles, I think, going up to just that property. I don't know about logging or felling or if anybody. It was beautiful. As you come up to the top of the hill, you can see all the views, but then it sort of dipped back down when you were there. So in that property, there weren't the views that.
You have to go for quite a walk to get that view.
Yes. But if anybody's interested in a remote cottage and the
horses.
Yeah, we can do the
water.
Yeah, I think it's still available. Yeah,
maybe the drainage has worked.
Well, yeah, it probably has, hasn't it? Yeah, definitely. So
somebody also commented about watching for asbestos and things like that, and that's something we're taking on board.
Yeah, we do appreciate any comments. There's been some lovely ones left. It really helped. Somebody said something about the hacking for sale. They said when you're looking at somewhere for horses, you want to find somewhere that's got quite a few trees around, just because the country lanes aren't very well set up for hacking, which surprised.
Sorry, the trees and that soaking up the water.
Yes. So we want that. So yeah, we're this wasn't the one for us.
No, it wasn't, but it was very nice.
It was.
Lovely experience.
Oh, beautiful! Like that was it. That was like Irish house viewing And it's fine. And so I think what you imagine in your mind, isn't it, when you think about viewing a cottage in Ireland? It was that one, not the first one. But there's a couple more, isn't there?
There is, yes.
We might show them the one that got away. Yes. So stay tuned. This wasn't our house.
No.
But the next one could be.
The next one could be. Thank you for watching.
Yeah. We'll have another vlog out next Saturday. Please do all the things. What is it?
Please like and subscribe if you can. It really helps the channel to grow.
And it doesn't cost anything at all. It's completely free to subscribe. So please do subscribe. And if you wouldn't mind liking and subscribing. And we'll see you all soon.
Bye.
Bye.